everyone.
Here we are. It's Wednesday. So excited. And I might have to teleport myself to where Cass is right now.
I know.
Can you tell us where you're located?
Yeah, I'm inviting everyone here. I am on top of a mountain in Topanga, California, 10 minutes from the beach and under the expansive sky of life.
Oh.
And I got here 2 weeks before quarantine, so I feel so guided and grateful.
Oh my gosh.
Guided and grateful.
Your pictures you've been sharing are stunning. So
thank you.
I want to say hi to everyone who pressed play and is watching. Thank you guys for checking in the Midweek Mindset Motivation. Cass is beyond motivational. She is so spiritually, beautifully connected. She shares so much, and I'm so happy for you guys to meet her. So if you want to introduce yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so honored to be here, and I just love your energy and what you magnetize out in others. So thank you for holding the space and holding the light for us. For those listening, my name is Cass O'Neill. I am the voice of freedom. So that comes out in many different ways. I have a podcast. I'm a breathwork facilitator. I host numerology courses, numerology readings, coaching, Reiki, goddess shoots. And it's really funny because, I could keep listing these things, but in all of them, I bring this permission slip for you to be your full authentic self, to drop the stories that aren't yours. So you begin to live life for you and no longer for them. Yeah. I'm like the fairy woman that drags you across the river. I don't drag you. I help magnetize the light out in you to get across the river into your river. And so you can show up and live your life for you and not for them anymore.
Dude, it's like your words, just the way they flow. So
Thanks.
wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you're so, you're a magnetic energy. So this is really, really great. So one thing too that I was, we actually did talk about the numerology, and what you shared with me was incredible. So I want to do a deeper dive into all that. But you have so much under your belt, so I could see why coaching with you would be such an incredible experience. Really and let it be a drag through the river, because how hard is it to drop what we don't need? It's like literally, like you have to literally why does you want to stay and stuck in the situation or whatever? You have to drag it out. So I think you got to
get through that wall of resistance that feels like when you hit it, you're supposed to run away from it. Yeah. But no, because if we want to have a different life, experience a different life, we have to choose different things every day.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we need people to help us get through that resistance, and just to remind them that it's normal, and what's on the other side is a new you.
Agreed.
A new world, new people. It's just,
Well, and I mean, there's certain things that I've walked through through my life, and I'm wanting to share that as well, So I think for you too, it's like, we're not sitting here perfect saying like, oh, we know it all. No, we've actually, most likely you've walked through some really, really difficult shit. And it's just puts you in this place of knowing how to, like you said, change and open your day-to-day experiences to be different. Okay, I could just keep going and going.
I know, I love talking to you.
So let's hear what your two-word story is.
Oh, wow. Well, this is when you know truth in your body, because you feel it. My 2-word story is show up.
Love it.
Show up.
2 words. That's it.
Show up.
It's powerful.
Oh,
how many times do we want to show up for something and we're like, we don't?
Yeah.
I mean, why did you choose these 2 words? Let's go deeper into that.
Well, I love the process of life where curiosity leads you into the funnel, where it's like the 2 words is at the end. And, I started with like, be you, be free, gentle breeze, and you just keep going, and you keep going until you feel that truth in your body.
I know.
And this is so, so relevant for life. Like, keep getting curious until you feel the answer and the truth, because you can feel feeling. So show up for me, this is what my life has been about. I feel like so much of my life, I was showing up with maybe one foot in, one part of my heart in, maybe very distracted, doing many different things at once. And it can be so easy for me to get to one level that I've been at in life, and then to just think I've made it far enough.
Right.
And the practice is to keep showing up. Right. And for me, it's about showing up in my integrity, with my truth, with all of the feelings and sensations that I have. I have this image of life being this conversation of life that we're all in, like this big table that we're all sitting at around the world. And the minute you don't sit at the table and show up, that's when you start to feel isolated. You get onto your island, you move away. And in this last week, I started experiencing this feeling of being in my mind, feeling stuck in my body, feeling like I'm not at the table, I'm away and no one can relate to me. And knowing that it was happening, witnessing it happening, but not knowing how to get back into my heart. And almost the initial experience of feeling like I need to fix something, something's wrong, something's off. And the showing up comes into showing up for every feeling that is showing up for me, as if I'm also a table and all the chairs are different feelings of my whole human expression and my humanity. I recently met the biggest love of my life. We've never met in person, but we've met through energy and through Instagram, and it has blown my whole world wide open. And when you allow your heart to be seen in that way and to open in that way, I recognize the dance of it being so easy to take any little mind story to close, to run away. Oh, he's not this. I don't feel this. It's, and you look for the reasons why it's wrong or why something is wrong.
Right.
And what I was practicing this week was showing up, recognizing that I'm feeling the fear. I'm scared. All these younger versions of myself is showing up. And it wasn't the experience of my heart closing, because I actually believe our hearts never close. It was the experience of all these inner children wrapping around my heart to give me the experience of my heart feeling like it was closing. But really it was just like they were hugging me, trying to protect me, trying to block me. And when I showed up for my heart and when I spoke my truth and when I shared my fears and my feelings and I just put it on the table of life, the conversation that me and this beautiful soul and this man are in, everything changes. You drop back into your heart, back into your present moment, and you reclaim your life. And it's a practice showing up. It's a practice speaking your truth. It's a practice being vulnerable and opening. And it begins with showing up for yourself in the moment and looking at myself in the mirror and being like, you've got this, Cass. And like 3 seconds of courage to pick up the phone, to say the thing. And that's all it is. That's all it is. And being as present as you could ever be, that is the gift. We don't have a future. The future is literally through the portal of now, which is dropped into by being present for all of the senses that we have. Like I could be talking to you, but I could have my text coming through. I'm not present and my energy is getting pulled away. Showing up to me is like fully here, heart open, mind here. It's just, I'm here and I don't need to go anywhere, and I've got myself and I've got the ground beneath me, and I'm here. And that's all I need to do is to stay in the conversation, stay in the room. And a lot of my life I've been running. I buy one-way tickets and I fly and I leave, and it's this high. But what happens and what shifts and what has shifted for me once I got to this place, this is the first time I've paid rent in a year and a half. This is the first time I've had my own room in a year and a half. And I've been here for 2.5, 3 months. That's showing up, showing up for what is present for me and staying. And intimacy for me comes from staying.
Yes.
Stay. Show up.
Oh, it's like there's so much that you shared that I that in the best way ever. And this is why I love these midweek. Like, are you letting this sink into your mind? What Cass just shared, like rewind it, re-listen to it. It's so good for us to be reminded of what you're sharing. We really forget the simple thing in that analogy of you at the table with your feelings.
Yeah.
How many times we want to not sit down? I'm just going to go out for a walk or like you said, hop on a plane and not. But right now we're all being called to sit with what is going on. It's like this huge pandemic has caused us all, I feel like, these shifts. And there was a thought that I had when you were speaking that was just so relevant to showing up, because where you tie it all together is no matter what you're feeling inside, show up and hear yourself, right? Like what's going on, address it. And then you have to accept it though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to try to fight it,
yeah,
then you can't really feel into
Yeah.
you can't feel into the moment. You're almost
Yes.
distracted if you're not. It's like this intertwining beauty of like,
Mm.
you have to show up in the present moment. But when you show up, even if you're feeling something uncomfortable, still sit with it,
Yes.
accept it, and then call upon, like, if it, whatever practice, maybe journaling, maybe something
Yeah.
something in the moment that's going to help alleviate this uncomfortable feeling. Like, I kind of
Yeah.
see and feel that a little bit.
I feel that, and that was one of the biggest things that came through for me a couple of days ago, was about one level beyond accepting it is love it. I was recognizing during this quarantine time, I'm being shown all these blind spots of things that I've known, but I've been like, nah, and recognizing, originally I was like, okay, I'm being shown these because I need to change these.
Yeah.
The way I relate to money, the way that I wasn't, present for my meals, the way I wasn't fully in gratitude for where I was waking up, whatever those little blind spots were.
Mhm.
And I was like, I just need to change them. That's why they're showing up. I'm like, no, I need to love the fact that I love food so much that I just forget to breathe and be grateful for it. I need to love the fact and love the part of me that just loves to spend money. I
Yeah.
need to love these parts. And then I can actually create a new behavior from the vibration of love versus from this fixing. And when
Right.
you can love the page that you're on, and when you can show up fully for this page, that is when you can actually transform. And so
Right.
it's writing out, what is the truth of my life right now, almost in third person. She
Right.
is living in this place and she is not in love with her partner and she is whatever.
Right.
And I've been facilitating breath work, and it's the same experience of when you show up for each breath at a time, when you show up and you fully give your whole body to that, and then the that is the only way that we can get anywhere in life. And that's how you drop into it. It's like so deeply present and so deeply fully there.
It's so beautiful. I
Yeah.
love, 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 love. So then this is your mindset mantra. Like, this is something that you have to remember tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And I love it because it came from within for you.
Yeah.
It's not someone else's 2 words. This is for you in this
Mm.
moment. Let it, like, literally just give you all that you need in your life to feel your fullest, most perfectly happy
Yeah.
self, and it ties back to what you said, like the gratitude. Like, even if you're, let's say you think like, well, how can I be grateful? I'm financially I lost my job, or I just got
Mm-hmm.
dumped by my boyfriend, or I'm going through a divorce, or
Yeah.
how can I find the gratitude in that? And that's what I think you're saying, is that we're showing up for these difficult moments, but then they also end up transforming you into this stronger being. Like,
Yeah.
really, if you think about it, so
Totally.
living, instead of running away from it, you're actually showing up for the good and the bad. Like, you're allowing yourself to find the gratitude, because even during really difficult situations in our life, like, let's say we find out a family member comes down with stage 4 cancer, or
Yeah.
these difficult situations can literally derail our
Mm-hmm.
way of thinking, and not be able to show up when really there's still gratitude in a warm cup of coffee. There's still gratitude in the
Mm.
fact that you can, right?
Yeah.
You have 3 meals, a day that you're able to provide for yourself.
Yeah.
Like the gratitude in the minute little details of your
Yeah.
day. And those should be really, even on your highest high, let's say you're feeling the best you ever felt in your life, find the gratitude in the little things. That's just like what comes through to me. Like,
Yeah, totally. It's
right?
that, yeah. And I think we have the power to, we have the power within our words. Like, even labeling it as good and bad can be very disempowering, like, what if it just was? And like, maybe it's, I feel dense today, or I feel heavier energetically, or I feel light. But
Mhm.
I feel there's a big change in our vernacular as a collective, because sometimes labels, and us recognizing the power that we have with labels, can actually make it something more than it is.
Right.
And so what if it was just, you wake up for the presence of whatever is that needs to be. And if you're a human, you know that you may wake up shitting joy and you may go to bed super sad.
Right.
And that just is like, what a gift. We have such a full expression.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. And
Yep.
this has been one of the biggest shifts in my life, to move out from this victim consciousness where I'm at the effect of life. I can't feel, I'm pushing all these things down, to owning my life, owning my experience, owning what's happening around me as a mirror, as projection, and owning what part I can play in that by speaking my truth and showing up for that, and showing up for the hearts of others by showing up for my own. I just show up, just show up.
It's so unbelievably on point and wonderful. And I'm so thankful that you could come on and that's vulnerable moment, you know, like you admitting even that you're like, I normally run, I hop on a plane, I leave, I go, you know, I just fly. And a lot of people admire that you're able to do that.
Yes.
You can be, you know, brave enough to do that. But then also at the same time, you're sitting here saying like, no, like I can't just do that anymore. Right. You have this, you're showing up for this phase that you want to be in right now.
Yeah, exactly.
A shift, and you're showing up for it. So
yeah. And what I really hear in that too is just the ability to let go of any identity that we had of ourselves. Because we put ourselves in boxes, not only do people, but we put ourselves in boxes. I am this traveling gypsy soul who lives out of a backpack. That was my identity for so long.
Yep.
And to put that away and to show up for what wanted to be present with me, which is grounding into a home where I have stuff in a drawer and it feels amazing. Like giving yourself the process to grieve and to honor that part of you that will always be with you, but show up for actually what wants to be with you today.
That's right. Because we are forever changing beings.
Yes.
Right. And we should be. There's nothing wrong with change. That's forever a constant.
Yes.
Change.
Exactly, babe.
This is so wonderful. Thank you so much for taking.
Thank you.
I hope you guys all could take a nugget or like 100 nuggets from this amazing conversation with Cass, and let us know what you think. If you have a word story, drop it below. If you connect to show up, please bring that in as a mantra for yourself. Breathe with it. And if you want to reach out to us, especially for Cass, I will drop her information. You could reach out to her for the numerology, an in-depth numerology coaching session, and all that she has to offer.
All the things.
All the things. Reiki, all the good things.
Amazing.
So,
and thank you, babe. This is such an awesome container that you've allowed to birth through you. It's so powerful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a movement. It's a mindset movement. So we honestly, this has nothing, I may have been able to share it and start it out, but this has nothing to do with me at this point. This is about all of us connecting to something that can help our minds feel powerful. Because like your mind is you. It's your mind and heart, right? They're connected. So like trust your gut, let your mind be strong. 2 words. That's all you need. That's the message. But all right.
I love it. Thank you, love. And thank you all for listening, and let's connect.
All right. Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
All right.